Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's SmartWithGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Well, it's President's Day, and we have a presidential kind of coffee. Hang on 1 minute. Oh yeah, I got the splash. I got that splash guard on there, right there, on this wonderful tough mug. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy V. And this is insulated. And man, is that coffee in there hot? Wow. One more sip. Yeah. Oh boy, that's great, and it tastes great. Yeah, from Sovereign Bean Coffee Company, Washington. Breakfast blend coffee right there. This came courtesy of the Shave Masters. Thank you very, very much, gentlemen. Really do appreciate that. Check out their live stream every other Tuesday on Instagram. Yeah, Washington Breakfast Blend to celebrate President's Day today. Yeah, boy, that's great. One more sip. That's really good. Hang on. Yeah, I could probably take this off and get a bigger swig, but I want it to remain nice and warm throughout the show. And hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. I really do appreciate that. If you're listening to the audio stream this morning, thanks very much for tuning in via all those great streaming platforms like Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, YouTube Music, that sort of thing. And as we like to say on the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Yes, absolutely. 1 minute. Let me get one more sip here. Hang on. Yeah, that's good. And again, that splash guard, that works really, really well. Wow, man. Great to be with you this morning. We got a terrific show for you. Let's get right down to the topics here so we get right to what we're going to be talking about today. Oh, we got a great viewer shaving tip this morning from viewer Austin. I think it's pronounced Weigel. Weigel. Austin, I apologize if I mispronounced your name. I think it's Weigel. It's either Weigel or Weigel. I'm going with Weigel. And we also have another Shave Den visit from Jim from Northfield. Thanks very much, Jim. Got some great refill comments this morning. Also, usual round of reminders. We have some new wet shaving gear to share with you this morning, and also some questions and comments to round out the show. So there you go. A real quick recap of what we're going to be discussing this morning. Let me get one more sip. Hang on. Yeah, that's terrific. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope the weather is very, very agreeable. If it's cold, I'll throw another log on the fire and get a nice hot cup of coffee. Let's talk some wet shaving. Last week, it was like 46 degrees. We had like this thaw, like 46 degrees. We were walking around in our short sleeves, and now it's gotten cold again. So that's just the roller coaster of weather here in Northeast Ohio. So again, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. Great to be with you this morning. Let's kick the show off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Austin Weigel. And again, his last name is spelled capital W-E-I-G-E-L. I think that's pronounced Weigel. Austin, I hope I pronounced your last name correctly. Anyhow, he writes, "Hi, Mark. I was recently watching some wet shaving channels, and I noticed some of them were using a specified amount of water to build up a lather, usually around 20 milliliters. My sister recently had the flu, and I had to go get her a bottle of medicine, and on top of the bottle is the plastic dosage cap. Upon looking at how much liquid it holds, most plastic dosage caps on top of medicine bottles range from 20 milliliters to 30 milliliters. So if there are any wet shavers out there that measure water to build their lather and they have a plastic dosage cap, they can use it to regulate how much water they are adding." Austin, that's a great shaving tip. And he's talking about one of these plastic caps right here. This one happens to have measurements that are marked 15 milliliters and 30 milliliters. The top line here is 30 milliliters, and this center line here, about halfway down, is 15 milliliters. But yeah, I'm sure that there are others that are probably marked 20 milliliters, 30 milliliters, 10 milliliters, that sort of thing. But I happen to have one here that was on top of a supplement bottle that I was using. And, same thing, medicine cap, on top of a medicine bottle, on top of a supplement bottle, vitamin supplement bottle, that sort of thing. A measurement cap right there. How about that? That's a really, really terrific shaving tip. So if you have one of these here, you can add the proper amount of water when you're building a lather. That is really, really a terrific shaving tip. Thank you so much, Austin. Really do appreciate it. And to say thank you, for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use your shaving tip here on the Viewer Morning Shaving Tip segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So Austin, thanks again for a terrific shaving tip. Really do appreciate it. Okay, it's time for a Shave Den visit.
Grab your favorite shave soap, whip it up, rich and creamy, fill your cup, boom, lather. Hot towel ready, face feels prime, a classic shave, so smooth, so fine. 30 degrees, a light touch, let the razor do the work, no need to rush. Shave like a pro, close and neat, a shave so smooth it can't be beat. Slap on your favorite splash, feel that glow. Shave complete, now you're ready to go. Oh, boom, shave complete, you're ready to go.
Well, this morning's Shave Den visit comes courtesy of James Gazda, Jim from Northfield. And Jim writes, "Hey Mark, I went to an antique mall not far from me just on a whim. These were what I discovered there. Top left is a vintage ever-ready lather catcher with original instructions from the very early 1900s. Next to it is a Rolls razor handle and blade. Down below is a 1962 Gillette Slim adjustable. Next to that is a vintage travel razor and case made in Germany. And last is a package containing 15 unused Gillette blue blades. All are in impeccable shape. The Slim only cost $8.50. It cleaned up beautifully. The lather catcher looks like it wasn't even used. That's how good that looks. If you ever get a chance to grab a lather catcher, do so. They are so incredibly smooth and easy to shave with. I hope this encourages people to switch to traditional wet shaving. It is so fun hunting down vintage and even modern gear. Thanks so much and have a great week. Jim from Northfield. Jim, thank you so much for sharing all these great shaving gear finds at a local antique mall. There you go, folks. Again, Jim demonstrating how a little bit of patience, a little bit of research, and just visiting a local antique store, you can find some really incredible pieces of vintage shaving gear in great condition, ready to shave with, maybe with just a little bit of cleaning as well. But that is absolutely outstanding. Really, really terrific. And thanks so much for the information on the lather catcher. I personally have heard about the lather catcher, not a lot, but I am really, really intrigued now and interested in exploring that particular razor a little bit more. So thanks very much for the heads up on that, Jim. Really do appreciate it. And again, thanks for sharing all this great shaving gear that you're adding to your shaving den with all of the viewers out there. Jim, thanks again very, very much. Well, here's your reminder to check out shavesplash.com. This is a website that was created by viewer Lee Meyer. If you happen to have a shave soap, but you don't have an aftershave splash for it, well, shavesplash.com is a scent matching website. So you'll be able to find a complimentary aftershave scent that will go with that shaving soap. Really, really terrific. And they also have some great articles and features up there. So check it out. We'll have the link below, shavesplash.com, from viewer Lee Meyer. Well, the channel now has auto dub technology courtesy of Google and YouTube. And as the name suggests, it will automatically translate this audio from English into Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. Pretty amazing. Simply click on the gear in the lower right of the video screen. A menu will pop up, and there you can select the language that you wish to hear the audio in: Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. It translates it from English to any of those languages in real time, on the fly. Pretty amazing. Auto dub. Check it out. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and now iHeartRadio. Viewer Aaron Watson sent along this heads up regarding the Maggard meetup for 2026. Aaron, thank you very, very much. His email heading reads, Maggard 2026 meetup. Hey, Mark, just thought I would pass this along for the 3MB. Thanks, Aaron Watson. He included the link. We'll include the link below so you can check it out and get a ticket. Here's the Cliff Notes version of what's going on this year with the Maggard meetup for 2026. Maggard Razors will host its 9th annual wet shaving meetup on April 25th, 2026 from noon to 4 p.m. at 124 South Winter Street in Adrian, Michigan. After drawing more than 185 attendees last year, the 2026 event will cap attendance at 180 and feature up to 18 vendors. A $36 ticket includes a $14 meal voucher for select downtown restaurants, complimentary drinks throughout the day, entry into over 100 door prize drawings for those who purchase tickets before April 23rd, vendor samples, and a massive pay-it-forward table for swapping gear. Attendees can also meet well-known artisans from across the wet shaving community. An informal after-meet gathering will take place that evening at the Hampton Inn and Suites, which also offers a preferred group rate. Several other nearby hotels are available as well. So there it is. All the information regarding this year's Maggard meetup for 2026. We'll have a link to the page below where you can get tickets and check out all the information in detail. I've got my ticket. I hope to see you there. Well, this morning we wanted to give you some updates and reminders regarding giveaways that are going on right now here on the channel. That's right, plural giveaways. 2 giveaways going on right now here on the channel. But today is the deadline for the Great Groundhog Day giveaway that was launched February 2nd, 2026. Groundhog Day, and we got 3 great prize packages that we're giving away. Today's the deadline, so make sure to enter today because we'll be selecting winners of those 3 great prize packages sometime today. Not sure when, so if you're watching this right now early in the morning, make sure to get to that video that ran on February 2nd, 2026, and enter there. Comment below that video. Check out the video. You'll learn all about that giveaway. The Great Groundhog Day giveaway, we're selecting winners today, so make sure you enter before we start selecting those winning names. Also, we've got the St. Valentine's Day Love Your Shave giveaway going on right now. That was launched this past Saturday, Valentine's Day, and we have 1 great prize package in that giveaway. So get over to last Saturday's video, the St. Valentine's Day Love Your Shave giveaway video, and that's where you enter there. You'll comment below that video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and in that video, you'll see what's in that particular prize package. These giveaways are being sponsored by some wonderful people like Patricia Bagwell, Brian Zines Bernstein, Mr. Anonymous, Andy Kaiser, and Greg Pisanti, and many others. Thank you all very, very much for your generosity in sponsoring these giveaways. So there you go. 2 great giveaways going on right now. We're selecting winning names today in the Great Groundhog Day giveaway. And of course, you have a little time to check out the St. Valentine's Day Love Your Shave giveaway, but make sure to enter that one too before the deadline rolls around. Check out both those videos. We'll have links to them below so you can check them out and enter. Good luck to everyone. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low. That time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on. Let me get another sip. Oh, yeah. That's a nice hot cup of coffee. Wow, that's terrific. Once again, Sovereign Bean Coffee Company, Washington, breakfast blend. That's right. We're celebrating President's Day here in the United States of America. Happy President's Day. Maybe some of you out there have the day off. So if you do, thanks very much for tuning in this morning and enjoying a cup of coffee with me and everyone tuning in this morning. That's great. Enjoy your day off. Yeah, Sovereign Bean Coffee Company, Washington, breakfast blend. Yeah, George Washington, our first president of the United States of America. And we are enjoying the coffee in this beautiful tough mug, stainless steel tough mug that is also insulated. And we've got the splash-proof lid right here. I keep calling it a splash guard. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. You know what I'm talking about. And just terrific. It keeps the coffee nice and warm. Again, the tough mug, courtesy of viewer Jimmy V. Jimmy, thank you very much. Vacuum insulated. All the specs right there on the tough mug. And dishwasher safe. As a matter of fact, Jimmy said that he ran his through the dishwasher and it came out sparkling beautiful. I mean, that's great. And it is a good looking stainless steel mug. And it's got this barbell handle right here. Yeah, kind of looks like a barbell that you lifting weights, that sort of thing, but also kind of reminds me of the knurling on a razor handle. Yeah, so you kind of get the feeling of a wet shave from drinking coffee out of this mug. It kind of reminds you of holding a nicely knurled safety razor handle. That's what I'm saying. Hang on, one more sip. That really is a good cup of coffee. Great to be with you this morning. And hey, how's the coffee that you're drinking this morning? Is it good and healthy? Well, you can find out by visiting the Black Coffee Life website. That's Mantic 59's website, where he talks about all things healthy from drinking black coffee. So check that out. And also check out the Lockhorns. Someday we'll look back on this and quickly change the subject. A hardcover book that has a wonderful collection of Lockhorns single panel cartoons, sure to put a smile on your face. And also check out the Lockhorns 2026 Laugh-A-Day calendar. We're still in the early days of 2026. You need a calendar? Check out the Lockhorns 2026 Laugh-A-Day calendar. Both of those by my good friends Bunny Host and John Reiner. Hang on, one more sip. That's terrific. Let's get to some of these. Now that I'm good and primed, let's get to some of these comments here. This comes from Phil Luck, 1956. That soap spoon reminds me of a skate key. Love it. Yeah, if you missed it last week, Andy Kaiser sent in a soap spoon, a product that he invented and he's selling online. He gave us 3 of them, 1 to review and 2 to give away. The one that is red colored, the red colored one, is in the St. Valentine's Day Love Your Shave giveaway. So check that video out where you can enter and you'll see the soap spoon there. We also introduced the soap spoon to you last week. Check it out there in last week's Sunday morning mailbag. You'll learn all about it. Really, really terrific item. So yeah, Phil, a skate key? I guess so. I don't know. I really don't know what a skate key looks like. I've heard about them, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm old enough to remember roller skates. These are roller skates that you would put over your shoes, right? You would kind of strap them to your shoes and you had a skate key that kind of unlocked it. and did that kind of extend the length of it so it could universally fit anyone's size, anyone's shoe size? Is that how it worked? I'm not entirely sure. Comment below and let me know. Phil, thanks very much for that comment. And yeah, the soap spoon is great. We've already recorded a video where we were using it, and it's a terrific little item. Thanks, Phil. Really do appreciate it. This comes from Paul DeJarden, 1060. I love the mug. We got a drip coffee maker with a thermos carafe, and wow, stays hot for hours without getting bitter. That sounds wonderful because, with some of these coffee makers, if you leave that burner on to keep the coffee warm, evaporation kicks in, and yeah, it does get strong and bitter after a while. So I'm going to have to look into something like that because I know this insulation here really keeps the coffee nice and warm. Thanks very much for that, Paul. Really, really do appreciate it. Viewer Got to Be Crazy writes, thanks, Mark, for mentioning my comment regarding the Replatech. Just acquired another post-war tech over the weekend, no date code. Received my Yankee Ghost 1.10 new stainless razor. Now that's staying in rotation for a while. That new gem razor from Yankee he means, with the 3 plates is also on my radar. Have a good week. Yeah, check out those reviews from last week. We talked about the Replatech razor that came from David Dart. We got the review. I think it's running this week because I did the review and wow, what a shave. I mean, yeah, my result was similar to David Dart's, and if you remember his comments, he got some weepers and some little nicks, a BBS finish, but boy, there was a lot of, I don't want to say irritation, but I don't know if it wasn't as smooth and mild as he anticipated, and my shave with the Replatech was, a lot of stinging. Let me just put it to you that way. Check out the video. I think it's going to be running this week. We're scheduling things. So if it's not running this week, probably next week, but we're getting things scheduled because it has been edited and completed and uploaded. Just got to schedule these things. So check that out. Gotta Be Crazy. Thanks very much for the comment. And yeah, the tech razors from pre-World War II, post-World War II, the 1950s, boy, those are great. Now, the ones that are pre-World War II, a little more growl than the ones that are post-World War II. The 1950s tech razors are really, really nice and smooth and mild. They're terrific, and you can find those. Those are plentiful. You can find them everywhere. So if you go to an antique store, as Jim from Northfield does, make sure you keep a lookout for a Gillette Tech razor, and it should only be maybe $5, $10, something like that. Yeah, those are really, really nice. Depending on the condition. If it's a nice condition, you can get it for $5 or $10. Snap it up. Absolutely. So, Gotta Be Crazy. Thanks very much for that comment. Beth Jones checked in. Good morning, Mark. As always, a great 3MB. Beth, thank you very, very much. Jake's review of the Leaf 2 razor was well done indeed. Have a great rest of the week and stay warm. Yeah, as I mentioned, 46 degrees last week, so it did warm up. It was downright balmy. Everyone thought we were in Florida. But yeah, the Leaf 2 razor review by Jake Tech and X was terrific. If you missed it, last week's Monday Morning Mailbag, a real thorough review of the new Leaf 2 razor, side-by-side comparison with the original Leaf razor. So check that out. Beth, thanks very much for that reminder. Really do appreciate it. Al Spencer writes, good Monday morning. About the Tube 2.0 original, it's all I ever use. Compared to the Cube, it's less messy, takes up less room in the den cabinet, easy to use, and lasts me 11 months or so, shaving 3 times a week. Have a great week. I think I have it right here. Yeah, the Cube 2.0. It comes in the Tube 2.0. Excuse me. It comes in the original here and the mentholated version. And Al loves it, as do we here on the channel. And again, let's open up the original. Again, you just take off that cap. And I used this again in a review, and boy, oh boy, it was terrific. And you just turn the bottom knob and just raise that Tube 2.0 goodness and use that as your pre-shave wash and your pre-shave lather, and you're good to go. A terrific, terrific product. It really, really is. We talked about it last week. Check out last week's show if you missed it, and you'll learn a little bit more about Tube 2.0, or just go up to phoenixshaving.com and you'll see the product page and the whole history of the Tube 2.0 available in original and also in menthol. So check it out. Al, thanks very, very much for that great endorsement of the Tube 2.0, because we talk about the Cube 2.0. They're related, but the Tube 2.0 is perfect for the shave den and also great for travel. So Al, thanks again very, very much. Hey, J Tekken X checked in. Great 3MB, Mark. Thanks for using my review. My pleasure. It was a great review of the Leaf 2. Looking forward to seeing that soap spoon in action. If it checks out, might be the perfect all-in-one for the den. It really is terrific. I'm still learning a little bit about how to use the shaving cream end, and I'm going to have to get with Andy Kaiser to learn. Maybe there's a little tip or trick to that. But so far, so good. It's great. I really like it a lot. And I think it's a welcome addition to anyone's shaving den. So again, check out either the St. Valentine's Day Love Your Shave giveaway. Did I say Love Your Lather giveaway? No, the St. Valentine's Day Love Your Shave giveaway that debuted this past Saturday, St. Valentine's Day, or the previous Monday morning mailbag where we showed the soap spoon and gave you a breakdown on it and everything that Andy had to say about it and all the product details. Really, really terrific, terrific little product and a great addition to anyone's shave den. Keith Osmond checked. Oh, Jay, thanks very, very much for the comment. Keith Osmond checked in. Another great 3MB, Mark. Yes, I get a much better shave with 2 or 3 days growth. As for the Mercur 34C, definitely your mileage may vary. It was one of a very few razors that I could not get a good shave from. It was the first one I sold. The difference in the Replatech heads is very interesting. I would have expected at least some number on that base plate. He's talking about the gold Replatech razor. But unfortunately, consistency was never a hallmark of Global Shave Club razors. They used to make a red tip that Sinatra Lennon ran into problems with, too aggressive, whereas the one that Global Shave Club sent me instead of the razor I ordered, they told me to keep it and sent me the correct razor, can barely cut my whiskers even with a feather. Yeah, sometimes there is, I guess, quality control issues with some razors out there. That usually happens with razors that are in like maybe the $5 to $10 range. We've talked about this on the show before, where you get like say a $5 or a $10 razor, and the quality control isn't as consistent from razor to razor. So you might get one that is beautifully mild and smooth, and you think, wow, this only cost me $8. What a great razor. And I might get the same razor, and my gosh, I can't shave with it. It's too aggressive. So yeah, there is that issue with some of the lower priced razors. Whereas when you buy a razor that is $20, $35, $50, $65, you have a better chance of having consistent quality control from razor to razor, so that the razor that you buy and the razor that I buy will shave identically because of good quality control. We've talked about that before, but that's always worth reminding viewers about that. Thanks again, Keith, for that. Really do appreciate that. And as for the Mercur 34C, I love mine, but I can understand where some folks, some wet shavers, might not get a good shave with it because, again, it's a mild razor, and I often talk about that sweet spot. You got to be right on angle. And even if you are on angle, if your beard is a little more demanding than, say, mine, you might not get a great shave with it. But it is a great razor for beginners, especially young men. They want to learn the traditional wet shave. It's a great razor to start with, as is the R89, the Mula R89. Both of those razors mild and smooth, and you can learn a lot about the traditional wet shave and not really risk a lot of nicks and cuts and irritation, in my opinion, provided you do the proper prep, a light touch. Let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. 30 degrees, light touch, let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. Yeah, that sort of thing. So, Keith, thanks very much for that feedback. Really do appreciate it. 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes writes, both of those Replatechs you are holding resemble the inexpensive off-brand razor I once bought at a closeout store. I used the razor for 2 shaves and no more. It was very aggressive and gave me too very many cuts in a face shave. Yeah, there again, you bought it in closeout, probably, I don't know, maybe $5, something like that. And again, probably, lousy quality control for that run. But again, the Replatech that I got a number of years ago, smooth and mild and very, very nice. But the gold Replatech, yeah, wow. A lot of growl. And again, I think I can only do one pass with that with, say, 2 to 3 days worth of beard growth. That's probably the only situation I'm going to use it moving forward. So yeah, it got a lot of growl to it. Yeah, 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes. Thanks very much for that. Jimmy V Photography checked in. Hey Jimmy, thanks again for the mug. Really do appreciate it. He writes, "I'm so glad you like the mug." Yeah, the mug is awesome. The mug is definitely awesome. My favorite part of the mug is the grip. Plenty of room to get my big hand in there, and that grip is seriously non-slip. Yeah, again, just like a razor handle, a barbell handle, but also reminds me of a razor handle. I agree about the comfort coated. Oh, this is about Persona razor blades. One of my top blades, and for me, much better than the others. I've pretty much standardized on every other day shaves, so I get that good shave feel. Also, I'm lucky in that, like you, I have light growth. You really can't tell by looking if I skipped a day. Yeah, Jimmy, I'm in that ballpark, as you mentioned. Light-skinned, blonde-haired, blue-eyed little kid, and so I do have light beard growth. And again, I haven't shaved yet, and you could probably tell it doesn't look like I have much there, but I can feel it. So I'm going to shave after this. Maybe I'll wait a day and shave tomorrow so I can have a little more beard growth for when I do a review, because I very often, not very often, but once in a while I get a comment from a viewer who says, "Where's your beard growth? You're doing a shave and there's nothing there." Well, there's something there. It just doesn't photograph well. Maybe down the road, as I upgrade my systems and my memory on my computer and that sort of thing, I'll start shooting in 4K, and maybe that will bring out a little more detail for my daily shaves when I only have 1 day's worth of beard growth. Just a thought. Not sure if that's going to work. But yeah, Jimmy, we can kind of skip a day and get away with it. And again, I don't have much here. You can't see it, but yeah, I would need a shave today. Shaved yesterday, and it's about time for a shave right now, and you can't really tell. So yeah, I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know. I like to do the daily shave, but sometimes on camera, I need to have a little more beard growth so it photographs so people can indeed see that I'm shaving away something. So yeah, it's good in one way and not so good when I'm trying to record something on camera. That's what I'm saying. Jimmy, thanks very much for that. Really do appreciate it. RH Dave Shaves. Oh, this is Dave Wilson. He checked in. Excellent 3MB, Mark. Thanks. I've been an every other day or longer shaver since my early 20s. Longer ago than I like to think about at this point. The skin on my neck just will not tolerate a daily shave, even with better tools and improved technique. It's much better since I switched to wet shaving 4 or 5 years ago, but I have to agree with Jimmy V that I get a closer and more comfortable shave with 2 days or more growth. Again, we asked last week on the Monday Morning Mailbag, are you a daily shaver and get a great shave, a great feel post-shave? Or do you get a better post-shave feel if you skip a day or two and have a little bit more longer beard growth and shave away, say, 2 days worth of beard growth rather than 1 day's worth of beard growth? Is it a better feel? And Dave here says it feels better for him when he shaves every other day or on 2 days worth of beard growth, that sort of thing. Me, I like doing the daily shave. I don't like to let my beard go more than 3 days or so because I just want to shave it away. I like doing a daily shave, and I don't have any problem doing a daily shave. So Dave, thanks very much for the comment. Really do appreciate that. Robert Seals, 9148 writes, "Hi Mark, great 3MB. I'm a big fan of Persona Comfort Coated blades, especially in my timeless titanium .68 razor. Thank you for reminding me to get my ticket for the Maggers meetup. Looking forward to seeing you again and talking about all things wet shaving. Have a great day and a great week. Go Buckeyes. Yes, go Buckeyes. Thanks for mentioning that, Robert. Really do appreciate it. And looking forward to seeing you and everyone at the Maggard meetup. Again, we had a reminder regarding the meetup, and we have a link below where you can get tickets. And get your ticket because it's a great, great event. Really, really do like it. And they also have a meal voucher. And Culver's is on the list again. I love Culver's. I love Culver's. I always tell myself, maybe I'll try something else, but boy, Culver's is good, especially the Culver's in Adrian, Michigan. I like it a lot. So, Robert, hope to see you there. Thanks so much for checking in, and thanks for letting everyone know that the Persona Comfort Coated Blades are one of your favorites. Really do appreciate that. Hey, Abane Samant checked in, and he writes, great show. I agree with Jimmy V and you. I feel long beard shaves are more satisfying and better than when I do it daily. I feel like the sweet spot is 3 days. Yeah, that's a pretty good indicator there of getting a great shave, post-shave feel at about the 3-day mark. I kind of agree with you there. For me, it's 2 or 3 days. Anything more than that, boy, I am really looking forward to a shave. That's for sure. But I like doing a daily shave. I love doing a daily shave, and I love the post-shave feel, whether it's a daily shave or 2 days or 3 days, that sort of thing. But yes, I can agree with you. It is a little more of a heightened, satisfying feeling after 2 or 3 days worth of beard growth has been removed. I agree with you. I agree with you on that very, very much. And the only reason why I go 2 or 3 days without a shave, again, is to have a little more beard growth that will photograph on camera if I'm doing a review, especially if I'm doing a review of a shaving soap or a shaving cream. I'd like to show how much coverage that lather, the lather that I created, will give me so that it covers up all the whisker and gives me a nice, rich, creamy, thick, protective lather. That's always a good way to demonstrate how good of a lather you're getting from the shaving soap or the shaving cream. So, Abby, thanks very much for that. Really do appreciate it. Hey, Beth Jones checked in again, and she writes, great shave, Mark, and thank you for your gracious comments. Well, this comment was left in the review that I did of the Executive Shaving Outlaw Razor that Beth very kindly and generously sent to the channel. What a beautiful, beautiful razor. Beth, thank you again very, very much. She continues here, I really liked the Outlaw Razor, but it was just too aggressive for me. Glad to see it is working out for you. Have a great rest of the week. P.S. Just as an FYI, here is this information about Spearhead Shaving, and here's what she included here. The Great Spice Off Spearhead Shaving Company. Spearhead Shaving is winding down operations after 6 years, with founder Dennis announcing the closure of the business. However, the popular Seaforth brand will live on as Ben Esposito from House of Mammoth is taking over the brand, with production continuing under Vita at Chicago Grooming Company starting in 2026. Yeah, so sorry to hear that Spearhead is going out of business. Because, the Seaforth brands that they were creating were just terrific. And again, Beth very kindly and generously sent some of those to the channel. We've reviewed them. We've used them. They're wonderful. And so sad to see this happen, but it's nice to see that it's going to continue. The Seaforth brand will continue with House of Mammoth. Beth, thank you very, very much for that information. Really, really do appreciate it. And thank you again for the Outlaw Razor. It is spectacular. Love it. And as she mentioned, the Outlaw will do in 2 passes what most razors need 3. That's very, very true. Just a wonderfully mild, smooth, efficient razor. And that super grip handle really is super grippy. Yeah, absolutely. Beth, thank you again very, very much. Indy Shaver checked in. Hey, Mark, great 3MB as always. Wanted to remind folks that the day after the Maggards meetup, the Razor Company has their meetup at their store in Sylvan Lakes, Michigan, only about 45 minutes from Adrian, Michigan, where Maggards is located. How about that? 2 shave meetups in a row, Saturday and Sunday. So check out the meetup at the Razor Company in Sylvan Lakes, Michigan. We'll get a link to that below where you can get some more information from the Razor Company's website. We'll get their website link below so you can check that out. And a big thanks again to Indy Shaver, also known as David Lair, for this information regarding the Razor Company meetup the day after the Maggard meetup. David, thank you very, very much. And also check out his Etsy storefront, Indy Brushworks. He makes some wonderful, wonderful shaving brushes and some other shaving gear. We have one of the shaving brushes here in the Shave Den, the 3MB Special Lighthouse shaving brush. Really, really terrific. We've done some reviews with that shaving brush, so just check that out on the YouTube channel. Do a search, and it should come right up. The 3MB Special. The 3MB Lighthouse Special, I think that's what we're calling it, the 3MB Lighthouse Special shaving brush. Really, really terrific artisan-made shaving brush from Indy Shaver, David Lair at his Indy Brushworks. And that wraps up this week's Refill Comments. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Well, are you looking for a new shave soap for your shave den? Viewer Robert Ross sent in this wonderful review of Saponificio Veracino 80th Anniversary Shave Soap. And he writes, I've been wet shaving for over 3 years, and I've tried several artisan soaps, all of which are best described as being soft. Last year, I bought Saponificio Veracino 80th Anniversary Shave Soap. I had never tried it before. Packaging. The soap comes in an aluminum tin with a screw top lid that is beautifully stamped. Soap. Triple milled, which means it has had much of its water removed. It's a very hard soap. Cost. $60 Canadian, now $65. Scent. Nice fragrance. My nose has difficulty discerning various ingredients. Loading method. Using a slightly damp 28mm G5C brush from AP Shave Company, I added 1 teaspoon of distilled water to the top of the soap. No blooming needed. Loaded the brush for about 20 seconds. I thought loading the brush would require more effort because of its hardness, but I was mistaken. It was a breeze. Face lathered. Painted the lather on the face. Immediately was impressed by its creaminess. Dipped brush tips in a little water and worked it vigorously on my face using a back and forth motion. The lather exploded, painted it smooth. This soap has exceeded my expectations thus far. First pass. Using a 4th use Wizamet Super Iridium blade with my Carve Overlander aluminum razor, the razor glided beautifully through the lather. The soap felt great on my face. Rinsed face slightly. Second pass. Painted on lather and added a bit of water to the brush tips. Agitated lather vigorously until it became dense and creamy once again. Another great pass in the books. Third pass. Same as second pass. Did not have to reload brush. Rinse. Warm, then cold water. Patted face dry. Cheeks felt tacky to the touch. That's a sign of a great soap. Balm. Use Nivea Balm for sensitive skin. Overall impression, very happy with this soap. Dense and creamy lather produced from an easy-to-load hard puck. Although it's expensive, don't let that scare you. This soap will likely outlast 3 tins of artisan Crope style soap. I'm typically a bowl latherer, but I must say it was fun loading from the tin because the soap is so hard, it's impossible to drown this soap. There you have it. My first impression of Saponificio Veracino is very positive, and that comes from Robert Ross. Bob, thanks very much for a terrific review of Saponificio Veracino 80th Anniversary Shave Soap. Wow, that sounds wonderful. Folks, check it out. We'll dig up a link and link it below so you can check it out firsthand and maybe order it for your shave den. If you do, please submit another review. I know viewers out there would like to hear another perspective on it, although I think it's going to run very, very close to what Robert reported. Robert, thanks again very, very much. Well, as you may recall, the RazorRock Game Changer Razor Head was sent to the channel by Greg from Virginia. Greg, thank you very, very much. And when we got that razor head, we were looking for a handle for it. And we very luckily had the RazorRock Mission Razor. And that had this handle right here, the Bulldog 316 stainless steel razor handle right here. And this is what we used with the RazorRock Game Changer. And I said, look, I found the handle for the Game Changer razor. And now this is going to be the official Game Changer razor handle. Well, something came in the shave den and it just changed everything. An even better razor handle came into the shave den, also from RazorRock. Here it is, the UFO razor handle, now paired up with the RazorRock Game Changer razor head. This is an absolutely fantastic razor handle. The knurling on this is even better than the Bulldog razor handle. It is so grippy. It is absolutely beautiful, and they call it a UFO handle because of the saucer-like tip here on the end. Well, here's what they have to say about it. The very grippy, high-polished UFO razor handle from RazorRock is our newest addition to the RazorRock handle offering. As you can probably figure out, we call this handle the UFO because of its saucer-like knob near the end of the handle, which gives a great tactical feeling. The handle is full CNC milled from marine grade 316L stainless steel and then highly polished. The RazorRock UFO handle will work with most modern DE safety razors, including the offerings from RazorRock, Merkur, Edwin Jagger, Icon, Mula, and Parker. Yeah, boy, this is terrific, and it's got some great weight and heft to it. The shorter length really works better than the longer handle that the Bulldog was. The shorter handle really does work better. You can see that right there. And it just makes this Game Changer razor head much more maneuverable, in my opinion. I've had a few shaves with it, and I absolutely love it. So now, officially, the Game Changer razor now has the UFO handle, 316 stainless steel, only $14.99. Boy, that's a great price point. You can get this at Italian Barber from RazorRock, the UFO handle. Give it a look. Well, if you like Bay Rum, we've got a new Bay Rum aftershave splash and cologne to share with you. It came into the shave den. It's new to us, but it's been around from Phoenix Shaving for quite some time, as I understand it. Here it is right here. Captain Smythe's Reserve Oak Barrel Aged Bay Rum and Leather Aftershave and Cologne. Boy, is this a great scent. Oh, absolutely marvelous. We have reviewed Boomtown Bay Rum on the channel before, and if you like Boomtown Bay Rum, you are absolutely going to love Captain Smythe's Reserve Oak Barrel Aged Bay Rum and Leather Aftershave Cologne. Here's what Douglas Smythe has to say about Captain Smythe's Reserve Oak Barrel Aged Bay Rum and Leather Aftershave Cologne. Oh boy, are you folks in for a treat. Oak Barrel Aged Bay Rum and Leather. This is from my own private stash of Bay Rum, the predecessor to Boomtown, and a real labor of Bay Rum love. About 5 years of my life went into this very exclusive concoction, and you will absolutely love it. Each batch is aged or matured for 6 weeks, sometimes longer, in an oak wood cask, giving you a full-bodied, rich, aromatic bay rum. Different key ingredients are added at different times during the maturing period, and the addition of the leather really takes this blend to level 3. Topping it off, there is also the addition of West Indian Bay Hydrosol, steam distilled by yours truly. Lastly, at the end of 6 weeks, it is hand-filtered 3 times using 3 different filters: coarse, paper, and mesh. Let's not forget the pure and simple, timeless, face-saving ingredients too. Alcohol to cool and disinfect, hydrosol to tone, aloe to moisturize and heal, and seaweed extract to nourish and soothe. Boom! This, my friends, is swashbuckling manliness on steroids. and I am super stoked to offer my private top shelf blend to you fine folk who have joined me on the good ship Shaves a Lot. You're gonna love this. Yeah, this is a terrific, terrific bay rum scent, and it does have a real nice full-bodied scent to it. Oh yeah, it is terrific. And as I mentioned, if you've tried Boomtown and you like Boomtown, you're gonna love Captain Smythe's. Boy, is this terrific. And again, if you're looking just for a great bay rum to use as an aftershave with whatever shaving soap you're using out there, this is a good one. You know, a real good kind of full-bodied barbershop kind of bay rum, top shelf stuff. Yeah, and the leather is in there. Really, really compliments the bay rum. So check it out from Phoenix Shaving, Captain Smythe's. Let me get the full name again. Captain Smythe's Reserve Oak Barrel Aged Bay Rum and Leather Aftershave and Cologne. Give it a look. And speaking of post-shave, viewer James Sefton very kindly and generously sent along Yardley Imperial Sandalwood Aftershave Talc. How about that? Let's see if we can get that label in there a little bit better so you can see that. It's kind of playing off the light there a little bit. There it is. Yeah, Yardley Imperial Sandalwood Perfumed Beauty Talc. I call it an aftershave talc. I've already used it. I'm going to peel off this label again. I kind of put it in place just so you can see what it looks like. Has a twist open top right there. This is a beautiful, beautiful scent. Here are some of the ingredients: superfine talc, calcium carbonate, magnesium carbonate, fragrance, that sort of thing. And here's a summary of what some of the customers are saying. Summary in part: customers find this talcum powder has a wonderful scent and silky texture that's gentle on the skin, keeping them dry and absorbing moisture effectively. They appreciate its quality, value, and durability. Yeah, this is terrific. We've already had a shave with this, well, actually post-shave routine with this, and it just feels really wonderful on the skin. I used an Allen block, followed by an aftershave splash, followed by a balm. All of those were the vanilla sandalwood from Sterling. A wonderful scent, and this complemented that scent beautifully, and it does have a wonderful silky feel on the skin. Really, really terrific. So check it out from Yardley of London, Imperial Sandalwood Perfumed Beauty Talc. I call it an aftershave or a post-shave talc. It really is terrific. And of course, we have used another Yardley product that James Sefton very kindly sent along, Gentleman Classic Deodorizing Talc. We also use this post-shave. This is terrific. And Jamie Horn sent along Parasso aftershave talcum powder, although this is a cornstarch-based product. Very, very good. Great scent. The Parasso has a great scent, as does the Yardley Gentleman Classic. This is a great scent. And now the Yardley Imperial Sandalwood, a great sandalwood scent. So if you like sandalwood or any kind of combination sandalwood scent in your shave den, this is going to complement it beautifully. And it has a great, great silky, smooth post-shave feel. So a big, big thank you to James Sefton for very, very kindly sending along Yardley of London Imperial Sandalwood Post-Shave Aftershave Talc. Give it a look. We'll have a link below. James, thanks again very, very much. And that wraps up this week's look at new wet shaving gear. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. Well, I've been mispronouncing a very well-known and well-loved aftershave name for a long time now. Here it is right here, P-I-N-A-U-D. Can you see that right there? I've been pronouncing that Pinot, and that is incorrect. Clubman Pinot. That's not the correct pronunciation. A couple of viewers very kindly corrected me. Roderick McLeod writes, Mark, P-I-N-A-U-D is pronounced Pinot. The surname is derived from the French word pin, which means pine tree, likely related to someone who lives in or near a pine forest, probably a woodcutter. He's got a link there on some history of the word. And he also says, here's a link to the history of Pinot Clubman, and we'll also get that link as well below. And he also did a Google AI summary of the surname Pinot, and we'll get that link to you as well. And he wraps up by saying, hope this helps. Roderick, it helps a great deal. Thank you very, very much. Paul Desjardins also checked in, and he wrote, good morning, Mark. The pronunciation for P-I-N-A-U-D aftershave is Pinot, and he simplified it by the letter P-N-O. Pinot. That's a great way of remembering it. Thanks very, very much, Paul. So there you go, folks. I've been mispronouncing it all this time. It's Pinot, Clubman Pinot, and it is a great scent. It is an absolutely fantastic scent. I only have a little bit here. Can you see that? Just a little bit. Oh, it still is a marvelous scent with just that little bit right there. And I am definitely going to get some more. This is available locally at my Discount Drug Mart pharmacy store. They got a lot of stuff in there, and they carry the Clubman line of products. And this is always on their shelf. So I'm going to get a fresh bottle of Clubman Pinot, or is it Pinot Clubman? What was? Let me take a look again here. It says, he writes here, Roderick says, here's the link to the history of Pinot Clubman. So I think that's it. It's Pinot Clubman, not Clubman Pinot. So Pinot Clubman aftershave lotion. So Roderick and Paul, thank you very, very much for correcting my pronunciation. Moving forward, I'm going to have to remember to pronounce it as Pinot. Gentlemen, thanks very, very much. We received this email from Doug Lane of Adopted Acre Soap Company, and he writes, hey Mark, not sure if you follow Barber Dave on Barber Dave's Shaves and Such, but he's doing the William Mug Soap Challenge at the moment. You have to use a William Mug Soap until it's gone. Nope, I'm not going to do that, laugh out loud, but I did do a shave of the day in honor of it. So I'm wondering if content creators would be willing to do a video using William's Mug Soap. Please mention the challenge and subscribe to his channel. He's 15 subscribers away from 2,000 and has a giveaway planned. He's a great guy and has a great set of videos on how to straight razor shave. Anyways, give it some thought. I hope all is well. Thanks, Doug Lane of Adopted Acre Soap Company. Doug, thanks so much for the email and the heads up on Barber Dave's Shaves and Such YouTube channel. Charles Price mentioned Barber Dave to the channel a few years back, and the video tutorials on how to shave with a straight razor are wonderful. That's the resource to go to if you want to learn how to shave with a straight razor. Really, really great presentation. And Barber Dave goes through everything regarding a straight razor. Really, really terrific. Seriously, check out those video tutorials. We will link them below, and we'll also link his channel. And yeah, subscribe to the channel. I subscribe to the channel, and get him to 2,000 so we can see what kind of giveaway he has planned. And regarding the William Mug Soap Challenge, I have a couple of William Mug soap pucks here. I also have a vintage one right here that I have yet to use. I think this one goes back to, the late 60s, early 70s, because there's no barcode on it. You know, I mean, this one here has a barcode. See that? This one has no barcode. And inside, I also have the original Aqua Velva ad that wraps up the soap puck. So I'm thinking this is like the original formula before they changed it. So yeah, I've been meaning to want to crack this open and shave with it, but I've just been shy of doing that. And I bought it for $2. Look at this. I bought it for $2.50. Can you see that? Let me see if I can get that there. $2, because the lighting is kind of $2.50. See that? $2.50. I don't know if that's going to focus or not, but there it is. There it is, $2.50. How about that, huh? Yeah, get back in focus. There we go. Yeah. So I'm kind of hanging on to this. I don't want to, I just want to kind of have it as a keepsake. But I do have a couple of other pucks of Williams mug shaving soap. They don't make these anymore, but sounds like a lot of fun. I'm going to check it out. We'll link to Barber Dave's channel. We'll link to his tutorials on how to shave with a straight razor, and we'll also link to that particular video of the William Mug Soap Challenge. We'll try to find that one and link to that as well. Sounds like a lot of fun. Subscribe to his channel, give it a look, and let's see what he has in the way of a giveaway plan. How about that? Doug, thanks again very, very much. Really do appreciate it. Well, here's something we shared on Second Cup about a month or so ago, and it came from viewer Tim Whitcup. Tim, thank you again for sending this along. He just simply writes, perfectly said, unknown author. We'll put the graphic on screen so you can read along. And here's what this unknown author wrote. For me, vintage razors are not objects, but they are pieces of history and also personal. Every time I buy one and find it in my hands, I always think about who owned it. Maybe this razor I have in my hands was a birthday or Christmas present made to a dad, grandfather, friend, or son. Who knows what emotion the person who received it felt? Who knows what sensations they felt? Maybe it was bought simply out of need or because of the marketing of the time. All of this will remain a mystery to me. Even for this, I treat these types of razors with utmost respect and care. Yes, I agree wholeheartedly, and I agree with you, Tim. Very well said. Thanks very much for sending this along to the channel. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up another Monday morning mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark Zarady, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video, or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.